the help of guys like Tushin, he's been having a ton of success on the Rift nowadays.
Yeah, he's a fantastic tank, especially in getting the main carries out of a fight. If you get headbutted and you don't have a gap closer, you are basically out for the count. But I want to highlight why Max went with the Rakan as well. Okay, sure, he might be hyped for stealing a Baron, but when you have the Gragas, you have your main target for a combo for a ball carrier, but Rakan is an even better target. He finds ways into the back line like nobody else, and if you can combo that with a shockwave, you can bypass so much of the front line. You get a great engage for yourself. It's a fantastic lane, so you add another ball carrier, which is a different dimension to Orianna that we haven't seen before. Before, the support that could do it was almost always the Alistar, the one guy that could go in. But now you've got Rakan that can do it as well, and most of all, this composition from MVP can also target the backline, which is what we wanted to see. The Orianna has risen in priority because you can leave the ball, you can...
But we'll see if they can make this gank work. A nice knock-up actually onto Baha into the charge by MT. Should be an easy first blood pickup. That they will feed over to the side of Teddy. A great start from the side of Jin Air.
He got the rocket jump canceled by the Arctic Assault, and that was the thing that made the difference. And it was great for Snowflower to start the gank off.
For another time, as ADD is getting burst down here, they do have that Dominus up, and they will be going for the another huge whiff! What the hell? This is not going in. MT, please do not play basketball, as that just goes totally wide. And okay, they still pick up the kill.
Yeah, they get the kill onto ADD, and yeah, he just died very easily. He didn't really put up much of a fight. Damn it, they're cutting my point off. My narrative is falling apart.
Right before your eyes. And we got 4 members of MVP over here. Ghost even used by Ian. They really want to secure this. Let's see the smite. Can Umti challenge this? They get that knock up into Beyond, and it does go over to Umti as well with the big smite. Good shockwave though, but it's not enough damage. No follow-up. They're going to lock down Ian as well and make that another kill on the side. Trying to get on top of Kuzan though is this Cho'Gath, and he knocks him into him and sets up the kill. Unbelievable. Definitely a bit of a mistake by Snowflower. As they don't want to let these two very big dragons rather, go over to the side of MVP. Snowflower looking to come from behind, but Ian has him on his radar, trying to zone him out for now. The dragon will go over to Beyond, and now it is time for MVP to disengage. They're going to re-go onto Empty, though. That gets very low. The nice knockup does miss, though. The quickness coming in. That's going to be a couple of kills going over to the Cho'Gath. Maha makes it out on the blasting plant. Does get out of harm's way, and now all of a sudden this one's turning around. A triple kill.
It's Baron, too. They're going to go for Baron as well.
Oh, boy. Things turn around in a split second as Jin Air with a couple of mistakes. And the Void Terror, the Cho'Gath coming through.
Hey, why did they go for Baron? That could have been a good Baron play.
Not feeling it.
Just taking it easy, but never mind. We're going to look at the replay off that one. Then Jin Air is just trying to go around the Rosie. MVP was not decisive enough, but they were just barely. So Renekton gets to make it into the fight, but Alistar is not joining in. So it all starts as a 4v5, and a great catch that separates Corki. Eventually, he is left by himself, gets taken out by Ian, and Maha survives at the very end. And I gotta say, if this was a Chinese team, or if this was KT, we would have seen a beeline for the Baron, and that would have blown the game wide open. Right knowledge, because as you say, it's about the team. If you have them in the right team in the game,
okay. Hold that thought. The perfect engage, the wombo combo. That's what they were looking for. The Featherstorm comes out, but that will not save his life. In comes the package, but immediately Kuzan is going to get over that wall in a fantastic position. Now, MT is not going to go down. They're looking for that stun onto Cho'Gath. They get the follow-up with the Arctic Assault. He's being CC'd for days, and down he goes. That's going to be 3 kills for the side of Jin Air. Looks like this time they went a little bit too deep.
MVP with deja vu of game 1, but they did not have Baron this time around, and instead they are going to lose it themselves. I don't know what came over them that they wanted to go for that tower dive, but you're dealing with 3 tanks that can turn things around in a very quick manner, and that's exactly what happened. They committed so hard at going for this, but this composition can't really get out. Cho has no mobility. Same with Gragas once he goes in. And yeah, they're getting low, but they'll have this. They have Smite on the table. Yeah, you got it. But you know,
of course, Infinity Edge, the rapid fire cannon. Decided to go for the Sork boots too, adding in the extra damage. Didn't want to go for something like Merc Treads, not looking to be, good with his tenacity. And uh-oh, it looks like this time it's Umti that gets caught. Just walking straight through the jungle. Didn't expect to see Godzilla and his buddies.
Man, he actually got a kill out of the...
Slightly on the left side, but it doesn't look like Jin can close that gap, and they're going to go onto this Cho'Gath. Everything used onto him, but look at Corki in the back! The beast comes in! The heal will be used to save his life, but now he is effectively out of this fight. They're trying to turn this around. They still got Teddy for that DPS, but now it looks like Umti is the target. In comes Maha, trying to pull off his own death style. Not going to be able to put down the damage, and nobody dies in that fight.
Look at that TP from Kuzan. They're going to go for a Baron Rush themselves. Oh, they're thinking about it.
They're thinking about it.
They're doing it.
There's a ward. They know about this. But here we go. Snowflower is going to tag that ward down. Umti himself is extremely low. He can't actually go into the pit just yet. He needs to be saved for the smite. Here comes the TP. They're bursting this down, and it looks like they should be able to secure it. Now it's about engaging. Can they get on top of this Gragas? They cannot take him out. The big knock up on the Corki. Does he have that feast available? Not yet.
Keeping Kuzan alive, and even though they have Baron, it's going to be a nightmare to fight. They're actually going.
They're going. They're trying to hit that back line. Meanwhile, though, here comes the package. ADD is going to be burst down up into the top lane, but Kuzan going a little bit too deep this time around, and he brought Sohan with him, who's going to be baited in. And look at that. The Cho'Gath stays alive. He's not going to go down. Maha, he's going on a rampage. That's a double kill. Can we make it a triple? The headbutt will not matter. There's the triple kill for this Tristana, who is beginning to get out of control.
And Jin is playing these fights like they have the same comp that they had before, with people that can play on the flank.
It's really going to be about the engages, how the fights go down. And you can see just how tanky this Cho'Gath is. Look at that cask. It's going to get Snowflower and Umti into a bad spot, but in the back, looks like Kuzan and Teddy still pretty okay, pretty healthy, and they're going to pull down ADD, but a nice shockwave is going to get 3 members. Umti, though, very tanky. Can Beyond actually kill Kuzan here? Doesn't look like it. He went a little bit too deep. Maha, though, still a terror in the back line, almost picking up 2 kills. Does get 1 as Snowflower went deep himself. And still a threat to be maintained here. Jin have to be so careful when they engage onto Maha. Here comes the TP, though. Maha doesn't have his flash. Sohan going a little bit too forward. And now Kuzan not going to get it. The ult is going to sail wide. Maha still very healthy in the back line. And they use a lot, but they cannot take out Tristana.
That was so uncoordinated in the end, actually.
Spawn, it looks like they're already moving that way, but this will go down extremely fast. The Infernal, the Mountain, and the Cho, the Tristana, they're bursting it down. They can get it. Looks like Tristana will pick that one up. So the Baron goes over to MVP. Will we have an engage? Both these guys is poking at each other, and there's the Recon engage. They're going to get a huge grand entrance. Snowflower getting extremely low. Will trade his life for it, but still, Kuzan, Teddy, still very well protected for now. There's it's going to go, the double kill. Tristana just way too much damage, and Jin is going to be wiped. MVP should be able to take this game.
That's going to be GG. They have about a minute on death timer. So simple for them, and I don't know what Jin was doing. MVP showed their hand already that they were willing to rush a Baron the second they got to it. They didn't care about clearing out the vision. They were just going to start it when it spawned. They do so again. Jin is not prepared, and MVP walk away with Baron, and now game 2.
Death timers are going to be too long, and the Tristana got way too out of hands. Maha doing his best on this champion. The flash in even by all these members. They know it's over. Just tanking those turrets as well as they can. Looks like MVP should be able to easily pick up game number 2.
The Cho dancing in the end. This is a much better showing from MVP this time around. I think the decisiveness was there that was lacking in a lot of aspects of game 1. They did have an easier time in the early game. So Jin tried to play a similar style of the mid game with a different composition that had worked previously for them. It did not work this time around, and now that they're going to have blue set for this final game, I really want to see them revert back to a more skirmish-oriented style. Don't worry about these team fighting compositions. Just go with what is comfortable for them. Even